Hey, um, how's everyone doing? I'm clearly very tired because I just realised as I put my camera on that I've come out without any makeup, and it's too late now. I've got to go to work. So yeah, that's fabulous. I'm gonna look very spotty and crappy for the rest of the day. Whoa! Might have to invest in some emergency concealer and a little bit of eyeshadow when I'm out because yeah, I look shit. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm going to talk about is an interesting trait amongst ADHDers in that a lot of us have the justice gene sort of running through our veins. So if we see anything that we think is unjust or not fair, and it's not always about us. In fact, it's rarely unjust or fairness with regards to us. It's kind of more around people we work with or care about, etc. And I had an instance yesterday where I'd heard that there was some friction between two colleagues, but I hadn't really witnessed it. But then I witnessed this particular thing where one colleague is playing mind games, basically. When out of earshot, saying something to me about something, and then when the boss comes, it's like, oh no, I don't do that. It's just like, hold on, you just asked me about something specifically that's got nothing to do with you. And why are you asking me that? And why now are you denying it when the boss is here? Is all kind of weird. I obviously didn't confront anybody at the time because that would just be uncomfortable. But I mentioned it to another colleague who'd also observed this. And it's a typical trap that I fall into, I think, because I asked him, well, what did you do about it? It's like I just kept my head down and did nothing and said nothing. And it's like, right, well, I'll do the same because that's why I'm calling you, to get your advice. It's like, no. It's happened too many times now. Let me speak to the boss. So he speaks to the boss, then the boss calls me, of course, and then says, what's going on? And he didn't ask me particularly about this thing. He sort of waited to see if I'd say something, and I did. And sorry, I'm conscious that this is a slightly long kind of story, but anyway. And I said, I've got a bit of a concern. He said, listen, the two of them, they're as bad as each other. They are jealous of each other. And yeah, I mean, obviously I need to sort it out, but, don't worry about it. And then he sent me another voicemail saying, look, this person hadn't been anywhere near where you think that she's been. And so it's all fine. Now, the context is that this person playing mind games, looks so adoringly to the boss. It's like she loves him. It's like, you are the love of my life. Now, I don't know whether he reciprocates that or he just kind of enjoys the adoring eyes and companionship on a daily basis. He doesn't spend hardly any time with the rest of us, but it's always with her. Anyway, so it's all just a bit messed up. But I stuck my neck out as a typical justice ADHDer, and I don't think I've achieved much. But then, and so I felt bad about myself for a lot of the time, and I clearly am still, because I'm ranting about it for 4 minutes on here. Anyway, then I read something on LinkedIn about this guy who became unhappy at work because of stuff going down of a similar vein. But he worked out that if he resigned, he obviously wouldn't get any money. So he decided, like, right, I'm going to really speak my mind and try my best to get fired, because then I'll get a settlement. So he literally says no to things that he's like, I've got no truck with that. He also sort of speaks his mind in meetings and says inconvenient things, but they're true. and he ends up getting promoted 3 times in a year, and like his whole career sort of takes off. So I took solace in that you know, one of our sort of special powers as ADHDers is to, you know, have the justice gene and speak out. It sometimes is to the detriment of our sort of self-confidence. And it's going to be really uncomfortable today for me, because guess what? I'm with those 2 people. Not the 2 falling out, but the adoring fan and the boss. So we'll see how that is. But yeah, I didn't say anything unkind. I just said it was just really strange. So I did have a bit of a sort of diplomacy moment in there. And I guess that's the advice really, is always try and think, how can I phrase things that aren't as blunt as I might be, but still speak the truth. My name is Verity. It means truth. I can't help it. But I can help being more diplomatic about saying things. And I guess that's the message of today, is keep on being you, being your authentic self, but also add a little sprinkle of diplomacy, and maybe things won't blow up like they might have done in the past. All right, 6 minutes, 6.5. Thank you if you've stuck it out this long, and see you again tomorrow.